Speaking as someone who's heard voices since she was knee-high to a mouse, and who has had to seek professional help for that, whenever I hear a still, small voice telling me to do something, I tend to do the exact opposite of what it suggests. Why, you may or may not be asking? Because people who hear voices, voices that cannot be heard by anyone else, are crazy. They need help. The real kind, not the kind given by clergymen. Hearing voices that no one else can hear means one of two things. Either your feelings are tuning into local radio stations, or you have psychotic tendencies. Psychotic meaning the having of delusions and or hallucinations, whether auditory, visual, or both. And speaking once more as someone who is prone to both delusions and hallucinations, I can spot the crazy from a light year off. See, I have delusions that something larger than myself is, something larger than myself exists, and that it has plans for me. And these plans are ultimately malign. I also sometimes have delusions that there's something larger than myself that has relatively beneficent plans for me. The difference between me and a Christian, besides prescribed medication, is that I don't call my delusions God or the devil, respectively. And I have hallucinations too. Sometimes I hear a voice that's telling me to not do this or to do that. Sometimes it tells me that I should go to sleep instead of doing anything at all. Sometimes it tells me making plans in the grander scheme of things is pointless. Sometimes it even tells me to kill myself. And I hear this voice as clearly as I would hear someone whispering over my shoulder, calm and sane sounding as can be. And no one else can hear this voice, except when I slip and start talking to myself out loud, that is. And it's walked with me, and it's talked with me, and it's told me I am its own. It tries to tell me what's right and what's wrong based on my emotions or mood, with no real logic or reason to back up its orders. Have faith in me, it says. I won't lead you astray. The only difference between my voice and a Christian's voice? I know where my voice comes from, and I don't call it Jesus. I call it what it is, a symptom of mood and mental disorders that are acting in conjunction and that I have to exercise control over, something Christians and theists in general seem to not want to do. Give your God a try? No thanks. I've already got an imaginary voice of my own.